Alright, good morning. Don't call the cops. It's just a late night ops. How's everybody doing? Um, Hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving, and props to opting out of breakfast maybe on the day after. Because you wake up and you're like, wow, I gotta majorly shit. So you have to, like, clear some space out for the next food operation. Shout out to coffee and nicotine for helping you shit. Um, so there was like a pie that we got it shipped in from fucking Buka the Pepper, which is like a restaurant that we've been to in the past. But we got that. I'm very thankful for that. Um, but there was a pie in there that I guess it was like sweet potato pie. Well, it's like liquid. So I'm assuming you have to bake it or cook it. But I kind of opted out of that. So like I'm on like second plate of like Thanksgiving stuff, like that late night for Tonight Show basically. The second plate. Shout out to the second plate. So yeah. Second plate, and I was like, hey, I want some pie, and well, I ate a liquid fucking pie. It basically tastes like an uncooked pie. But yeah, I mean, it tastes fine. It almost tastes like a ice cream. But shout out to drinking pie with some whipped cream. So yesterday, I kept thinking about this, like something to call peppers, right? Because it's been showing up a lot. Peppers, peppers, peppers. And when I worked at this like restaurant, shout out to fucking fake food. I kept saying they only had green peppers, and I was like, hey, what about other peppers? Because I've always liked the color, and there's like, I mean, I can only think of 3: green, yellow, and red. So I just made this up. And the problem is, there is already a peppers.com. But I mean, guess what they fucking sell? Not peppers. Hot sauce. Shout out to hot sauce. I remember my roommate, he always buy this, like, I think it was called Insanity sauce, and every couple weeks we would just be like, hey, I dare you, I dare us both to like take a spoonful of this, and every time, the same outcome. We're like, holy fuck, this is hot, why do we do that? Where's the milk? Where's the bread? Avoid the water, that in that case. We are water, but, that's, shout out to milk. Shout out to fucking, bread. And shout out to not, I mean, basically just like challenging yourself, even though, why do that with the hot sauce? It's almost like a mental block of like, this hurts, but let's act tough. And when the pain kicks in, you do not feel tough. You're like, fuck, I wish I didn't do that. So shout out to hot sauces that taste like, that have a taste and not just pain. Because I don't want to eat pain. You gotta feel it sometimes, and maybe listen to a little tea. Little T-Pain. Shout out to T-Pain. Tallahassee Pain. Uh, which means, I guess, the pain he went through in Tallahassee. T-Pain can sing, too, without auto-tune. I mean, he's not perfect, but definitely somewhat talented, and more talented than a lot of people nowadays, anyway. You know, I was wondering I wonder how kids would, like, understand the corona thing, and, like, what they would think about, like, Santa Claus being, like, COVID safe. Like, I mean, you pretty much would be, like, guilt tripping a kid, like, hey, you can't see Santa because you could kill him with COVID. Which I agree with, you know, you gotta take precautions and all, but it does suck to see, like, certain traditions, like, opt out. But, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do during that. And all this Black Friday shopping stuff, people are still out there. People are still shopping, but which is the fun of it. It's like going around, looking, finding. It's like a little, it's like a little treasure hunt, but you have to pay. So shout out to that being exciting, but also shout out to the fact that you will find a lot more online, I guess, and probably cheaper. Because, I mean, you only got certain options. Being in this, I guess it's a city, but it feels like a town. Uh, you know, you only got two options of places to shop, really. As far as like a basic like store. Shout out to having 3 grocery stores. Shout out to having 2 Wendy's, 2 Tim Hortons, 2 McDonald's, all within a mile of each other. And shout out to the fact that that's definitely like killing local stuff. But also shout out to the fact that maybe greed kills the local stuff. Because you work for a bigger company, you get benefits, hope of a pay that's worth it. You know they got the funds. So shout out to being greedy. So there's a new apple that I never tried to feed. Well, maybe I tried it, but I guess I didn't really know what it was called before. A Fuji apple. They're tiny, but very good. And I would rather, you know, I can only think of 2: Granny Smith and a red apple. But Fuji, shout out to the fact that Fiji water is pretty much a complete market thing. Right? I've seen people, when I worked at the Marriott, there was like people that would, okay, you could pick a free water that's like Ice Mountain. Good stuff, really. Tastes the same. So you get a free water, or you could get a $4 Fiji water. And I get that the people staying there probably don't think about them as much, but yeah, I mean, opt into the free water. Water, I do like. I pretty much just go off the way the bottles look. There's a Icelandic water that's shaped like a glacier. They claim that it's from a glacier. So does that mean we're like drinking the effects of like the ice melting, or is that, well, that's probably like natural too. So, you know, we'll drink up the glaciers and you know, we'll have some new oceans. Maybe Ohio will have a shoreline in like 100 years. So maybe we need that anyway. So I wanted to check up on Donda, right? It's Donda Kanye album, which you know was supposed to be released, but we know how this stuff goes. And by the time it actually does come out, it probably will be called something different. It was scheduled July 24th of this year. Still nothing. There's really October 16th, 2020, Nah 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 was released. And then there's a remix, DaBaby. Shout out to DaBaby for having a terrible name, but actually being a decent rapper. 2 Chainz used to be Titty Boy. See, sometimes you just gotta change up the energy. Titty Boy, maybe not be a great name. I'm not super big on like 2 Chainz music, but he seems like a cool guy. And that's what you really gotta look for with people. Same with Post Malone. I only know a couple of his songs, but he seems like a cool guy and stuff. So no update on Donda. But, you know, this will probably all change up. And who knows? These 2 singles, Wash Us in the Blood and Nah Nah Nah, probably won't even be on the album. Because we all know how you know, everything switches. So Help Me God never came out. TurboGrafx 16. Yandhi. Then never got an official release, but you can find them online. So, I mean, that's like pretty much even better, because at least it's still getting released and not shelved forever. So, as Kanye says, give the music to the kids, bro. Hey, so a little GTA. I'm not a big video game guy. The two franchises that I would say I've always liked was, going back to being very little, Mario. I don't really like what they did to the newer Marios, because they're so, I mean, I like cutesy, but they're too soft, really. Because I remember, I can't remember exactly which one, but I remember the like lava boat, where you're like jumping and you're like trying to make him fall in the lava. And I thought that was like scary almost. It sounds like an exciting like chill up, you know. So shout out to that. But yeah, GTA would be the other one. And I've only beat GTA 3 one time, right? Beat San Andreas probably 25 times. I never beat Vice City. I beat Gay Tony, Lost and Damned, GTA 5 a couple times. So the list would be GTA Liberty City Stories. That's what I'm working on the story right now. Liberty City Stories. Shout out to having a PS3. Shout out to liking it. Shout out to not really seeing a reason to get a PS4. But also shout out to being aware that maybe I have some like, basically like an emotional connection to old PlayStations, I guess. So maybe I need to opt out of that thinking and like, be open to new and old, which I am. That's why, you know, the classic new, a little bit of new, a little bit of old, a little bit of Spotify, a little bit of albums, a little bit of smartphones, a little bit of flip phones. So Liberty City Stories, the other one, Vice City completely. I've never done that. Vice City Stories. And I never played any of the I never played 2 or 1. Those are like overhead views. Still seems cool, but I never played it, honestly. Because I got, pretty much went from, I think it was Super Nintendo to Nintendo 64 to GameCube to PS2 to PS3 way later, and everybody said fuck, we're all going to Xbox. Which I'm down for the Xbox, but I mean, first of all, PS3 has the free internet or online play, and I remember people like, you know, buying the well, they still do, and I think you have to do it on the new one, buying the like cards and stuff. So I mean, everybody just like switched boards. It seemed like PS2 was the thing, and then 360 just kind of took that over. Alright, well, this is the Late Night Ops. Thank you for watching. Happy Friday. Be sure to follow Late Night Ops TV, Late Night Ops FM, Late Night Ops in general. Hit the subscribe, all that bullshit. And, you know, just do what you feel. I don't really like, you know, begging people. So, do what you feel, leave with your heart, and build your mind, pretty much. Alright, well, I will see you tonight for the Late Night Ops Live TV Radio Hour number 12. And the operations continue. Thank you for watching. And the Ops is out. Opting out. Everybody take care.